Despite the pandemic, a national volunteer organization is still preparing to ship care packages to deployed troops.
And they have a goal to send 1,000 by this Friday. Gayle Anderson has more from Chatsworth at the offices of Operation Gratitude.
Operation Gratitude, we're at their warehouse here in Chatsworth, famous for producing care packages, not just for members of the military and our first responders, now because of the COVID-19 pandemic, for the first responders, if you will, who are in the front lines of treating people who contract COVID-19. Take a look at this. This is the normal assembly day kind of activity they would have here. But because of the pandemic, they can't do this anymore. There's no social distancing for all these people. So now, Kevin Schmeigel of Operation Gratitude says they've had to make some changes. So they want you to volunteer virtually.
Essentially, people can volunteer as individuals with their families. Corporations across the country, when their employees started working remotely, were able to connect in small groups. And Operation Gratitude has 17,000 different volunteer groups across the country. Schools, churches, Boy Scout troops and Girl Scout troops, Kiwanis clubs, Knights of Columbus, National Charity League, all of them came together. So teachers asked their students to volunteer, coaches asked their players to volunteer, and groups, the churches and the community-based groups, asked their members to volunteer. People were knitting and crocheting scarves at home. We received more than 100,000 of these handmade paracord bracelets and close to 200,000 handwritten letters of appreciation from grateful Americans across the country.
Kevin Schmeigel says in addition to selfless volunteers, there are generous sponsors.
A company like Mars Wrigley, they send us Snickers and M&Ms and combos, and they send it in packaging that's very easy for us to repalletize with Starbucks coffee, with Liquid IV, a hydration drink, and other products like these handmade paracord bracelets and handwritten letters. 3.5 million items valued at more than $5 million in wholesale value, along with 150,000 handwritten letters have gone to 309,000 frontline responders. And this Gayle is with a small but mighty team. We only have 32 members on our staff at Operation Gratitude and only 9 at our headquarters. And they have worked around the clock because they're dedicated, they're committed, just like our volunteers across the country, to take all the items that were getting sent from corporations and from grateful Americans, and they have a configuration that they use for pallets that they send to hospitals, that they send to first responders, and that they send to National Guardsmen.
This is a call to action, despite the challenges of COVID-19. In Chatsworth, Gayle Anderson, KTLA 5 News.